What's up guys, it's CJ and we are back on the channel with a new video and a new series which is Withstand Survival. In this video we're going to be looking at Withstand, which is a new survival game which was developed by one person and released on the 5th of March. So we will throw up a link to the game from Steam in the description of this video, but basically we're going to be looking at, is it worth to buy? This is very early access, so bear in mind again it is made by one person, so it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be little bugs in it, but we're going to have a look at the premise of the game. We're going to review what is in it at the moment and exactly what is the point of this game at the moment in time. So when you first start the game, you're just going to spawn in here, which at this moment in time it just seems to be your kind of base of operations where you're going to store everything and interact with certain things. The map is quite big. There's a lot of points in it at the moment. As you can see here, these little save icons, they are basically where you can just save your game, and you can move the map, you can zoom in by just scrolling your mouse, and you can see that these little icons here are quest locations. Your icon is located down here, and this is where we've spawned in, right beside the save point, and to get over here you've got some shipwrecked places as well, which are underwater. So there's a large majority and a diverse range of locations already in the game. It is only single player at the moment, however the developer has confirmed that they are working on adding in a co-op, but they're focusing on adding more stuff in at the moment to the single player experience. Your inventory, it kind of reminds me of DayZ. Obviously you've got a simplistic menu, but it works really well, and you've got your quick slots that you can basically just allocate stuff. Cool little tip is that your items that go in here that are then allocated in your quick slots, it doesn't look like it takes up any of your actual space, so it's additional 4 slots. And then obviously you've got your weapons here, which at the moment you can't actually combat through doing any like fist fights. You need to have basically a gun or you need to have a metal pipe. But we'll show you that a little bit later on. You've got your skill section here which you can level up. You basically just level up by performing combat. Not a lot of skills at the moment, but the basics are here, which is good, and you can also swim in the game, which we will show you through this video. And you have your quests. So these are all kind of standard at the moment. They will be adding more in. And there is wildlife as well. I've came across some wolves in the game. I haven't came across the deer or the bear, but if you just click on it, it will show you exactly where it is on the map. So let's have a little look inside this house, and we'll show you guys exactly kind of what you're going to be dealing with in the early access of the game. So to search things, all you need to do is walk up and just click search. E is your interact button on this by default, and you've got your storage stuff here that you can store up to 65 items. Now you do have a build menu, which if you click B it will show you here that you can build an additional storage container, or you can use a greenhouse for farming. So there is basic levels of farming in the game, but before you even look at doing that you're going to need to create some of these tools, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. You can always use a grill, which you basically just use to cook some of your food. And these are your save stations. These are what they look like. I'm not going to save it because I've already got 2 slots from playing earlier. And you can use this to respawn your vehicle, which is actually located outside. You come upstairs and you've got a filling station, which if you have an empty water bottle, you can use this to refill. Your first indicator and your health indicator is in your bottom left of the screen, along with your stamina. And here you can craft some stuff to basically just fill up your food and hunger icon. So we're just going to search some of this stuff here. These are water bottles. These are the stuff that you'll find very early in the game, and these gears and apples. So this is your main part here. If you do want to place anything, all you need to do is a blueprint, and you just place it down by clicking on the mouse button, and then you can interact with it and then fill it when you have those materials. So I'm going to show you how to get geared up pretty quick, and all we need to do is, we should have a car. Okay, so it doesn't look like the car's spawned in. When I played earlier the car had spawned in, so we're just going to respawn vehicle. Hopefully, yes, that's worked. So this is your car that you get in the game. It does have a fuel system, and in the update tonight, which is coming today, Wednesday the 25th, you will notice that there will be vehicle repair kits. Now if you come over here, I found the pistol earlier and it looks like the pistol is in, so that will give us a pistol. And if you come all the way up, sometimes I've noticed that you can get additional rounds by just going up this watchtower. And there we go, bandages, and we've got pills which are used for your health. And there you can go, you can put your you can't put weapons in your quick slots, but you can put stuff like food, water, anything like that into your quick slots. If you want to access your weapon wheel, all you need to do is press Q and then you can just access it like that. Some of the animations are basic, but they're very smooth. Overall, this game doesn't have any lag, any jitter. FPS is very stable. So we're going to drive a little bit further up, just to this location here, and this is going to be where we find some of the workstations. Now we've arrived at this little construction camp, and there will be puppets inside here. I say puppets, they're basically just zombies, so let's have a little look inside and see what we can find. These aren't searchable, you can open these containers. I haven't actually found anything inside the containers yet that I can search, but hopefully that comes nearer in the future. So you basically just want to keep looking around, because anything like these containers you can search them, and most of the time they will have a lot of useful stuff in it. Scrap metal or metal parts seem to spawn on the ground, so you can use the metal scrap to make into metal parts, which can then be smelted by one of the smelting kits. Let's make sure we never missed anything. So we'll go up into this building. Earlier when I played the game there was puppets around here, but it doesn't look like there is any at the moment. And you'll see here that this is one of the crafting areas. So you can smelt, or you can make your metal scrap from these little benches, and you can also get things like hammers, which you're going to need later on in the game to use the smelting. So we just want to keep looting here, checking all the lockers, because there is stuff inside them. You need to make sure that you check everything. We'll just check over here as well, just to give you guys a bit of an idea. Jerry cans can be used for fueling. Self-defense, every time you kind of update this it will show you that you've done it. And there's your first aid kits as well, which are very useful in this game, especially later on when I came across the raiders in the game. So it does actually have AI in it as well, human AI patrols, and they seem to protect the larger sites like construction camps, hospitals, which have got more loot. So it is in your best interest to go to those places, but if you do go to them you're going to need to make sure that you are prepared. Some of the doors aren't accessible. I don't know if those will become accessible later on in the game, or if we're going to need to pick up some kind of key. So we've got our first melee weapon here. This is your metal pipe. I will show you the combat with this. The combat is strangely satisfying. The physics of the actual zombies seem to be really good at the moment. I was quietly surprised. So this is your crafting bench where you can make some of your stuff like assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and your bullets, and it shows you exactly what you're needing there. So we've already got most of the stuff, we just need to find gunpowder, which if you kill some of the zombies, sometimes you can find gunpowder on them, but you can also find them in these lockers. So our inventory is already full, but as you can see there, our first has went down, so we're just going to remove that. Usually I would keep this just so I can fill it back up, but I want to take some of these pills because they're going to be useful if we come into combat with some of the zombies or the AI raiders. So let's take a look at some of the combat. Alright guys, so just up ahead is one of the puppets that are in the game, zombies, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to probably switch 4 times throughout this. So combat is very, very simple. All you need to do is just left click or right click, and that is exactly how you take down a puppet with your metal pipe. I'm going to also show you that the vehicles do have storage, which is very, very handy because your inventory will fill up quite quickly as you go along. We're not going to use the pistol just yet. Just going to show you guys a bit more of an example of the combat. But if they do see you, they will just chase you for quite some time. Even if you drive away in the car, they will chase you. And they do come in hordes, so... One of the little things that I found out, especially with these zombies, is if you go upstairs, they aren't able to climb up the stairs yet. They do stop at the bottom of the stairs. And you'll see here that quite a few are going to come now, but... Oh no! Okay, so they kind of stop. They don't seem to navigate the stairs too well at the moment. But one swipe to the head usually takes them out. And I'll show you exactly. So that took us down to 65, so we're going to use these POWs now. And we're back to full health. If you search the puppets once you kill them, they do usually have some stuff on them. Make sure you search the refrigerators for crafting materials, and the drawers as well, because they will have things in them. The level of detail in the houses so far is pretty good. I'm relatively impressed with it. It's running on Unreal Engine, so it's very smooth as well. But what we're going to do is we're now going to show you a little bit more of the combat, and we're going to show you some of the raiders, which are located at the construction sites and the scrapyards, which seem to have been made into basically their own little area. So on our way over to one of the construction sites, we've came across a petrol station. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how the fueling system works at the moment. All you need to do is, again, just stand beside your vehicle to fill it up. You'll then get an empty jerry can. You go over to the filling station and then you just refill the item. It's as simple as that. And every time you use one of these jerry cans, it will use 40% to fill up your tank. So we're going to continue onwards. Just over here will be the construction site. And another couple of things just to note here is how graphically pleasing this game is on the eye. Obviously it uses Unreal Engine, so we all know how good it is. But it is very, very nice just to look at. Even the sunset as well. And clouds, etc. will all be added into the game. They are coming in a near update. I think that is also coming today, so keep an eye out for that. But we're going to show you this area here, which is occupied by these military patrols, and they all are armed with what looks like assault rifles. This little thing here is going to give you a fright as well. This is a turret. And you can see there that that'll immediately just open up as soon as we try and go in, and it will start firing at us. So there is defense systems already in the game. Do we have any medical supplies before we end up dying? No, we do not, so that's not good. But as you can see here, I managed to get a hold of the shotgun. I've also got a hold of the AR, so this is exactly how they look. The assault rifle actually comes with a holographic sight on it, so that's pretty good, that it gives you that, and it does look pretty aesthetically pleasing as well. So let's just go in and try and take care of some of these AIs. Now if you want to get in, what I've found the easiest way is to just circle all the way around this turret, because it doesn't activate until you're a certain distance from it, and then we're just going to try and take some of these guys out with the shotgun. They all seem to be one shot with the shotgun. I don't know what the distance on it, but we can test that. Assuming that we don't get our ass handed to us here. So there's one of the patrols here. We want to kind of come up behind them and just take them out, but we also don't want to alert every other patrol here.
Come on lads, get in!
Okay, not one shot, and we're also about to die, so we want to move out of here as quick as possible, because this guy's now going to follow us and he's just going to basically annihilate us. And that's pretty much how careful you need to be in one of these construction sites, because they will just annihilate you. The death screen does need a little bit of work, because after your health has went to 0, you'll still be able to shoot, so you can actually still kill people even when you're dead. But as you can see here, even in death, they still follow you. Much like the puppets as well. Let's see if we can take some of them out here. And we're getting experience all the time for shooting these guys. And let's go and hopefully search them and find some ammo, which they usually always have. Bandages are also a good thing, as you can see. Let's quickly carry on here and try and take out some more of these guys. And I'm going to change one of these quick accesses to the bandage, because they're going to come in handy. But if you just go around searching the bags, you'll notice that there's usually always stuff in them as well. This is exactly the place where I found the shotgun earlier, so if you are looking to get geared up, then I advise come to the shotguns. Coming to the construction sites that are guarded by these military POIs, just so you can try and get them as quick as possible. And let's try and just take this guy out with a shotgun. I don't know what his view distance is, but you can sneak up on most of the AIs.
Oh, you over there!
Oh, jeez, there you go. I'm going to resort back to this, because that seems to be the quickest way to take them down without us getting absolutely annihilated and our ass handed to us. But the combat's surprisingly fun. There's not a lot to it at the moment, but even in the early stages the game does it does please you, and it will provide you with quite a bit of fun as you're going around the map and visiting all these other places. And there's the shotgun. That seems to be one of the spawn points. I think we can pick it up, so we've got an extra shotgun. Yeah, we can. Just to show you some of the reload animations, obviously you've seen there on the rifle. The shotgun seems to need a little bit of work at the moment, because this is your reload animation. It just goes straight like that. The pistol animation, again, that's simplistic and it does the job. But
Hey, I heard something out there.
yeah, there we go. We've got some more rifle ammunition from here. So if you do need to gear up and you need to find some weapons, what I suggest you do is come to one of these places. They are scattered all around the map, but make sure you bring at least a gun. Oh shit, who are we getting shot? Oh, that's the turret. That is the turret. We're lucky that that did not manage to kill us there, so you need to bear in mind when you're leaving, because it nearly just killed us. So, withstand survival. Is it worth it? In my opinion, yes, at the moment it is most definitely worth investing in. For any game that's just came out in early access, to have this much content, and to have even a driving mechanic, etc. all in the game, these are the things that you're expecting from any early access at the moment. However, just to have it in and to have it so fun and enjoyable, and with the physics that the driving actually has, hitting puppets, they don't actually fly through the window. They actually react physically with the car, so those are nice touches and those are nice little extras in the game already. The game is graphically nice to look at. Some of the designs in these areas are really good. The map as well is huge. I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of everything that is in the game, but you can already see here that some are located on islands, and we are going to need to swim across there to actually reach them, and it's probably going to give us different types of loot. I won't actually know until I have visited them all. When you go underwater, you can already see that there's quite a lot of stuff, even just looking, that you can go and search. You can't use your guns, etc. underwater. The swimming mechanic does need a little bit of work, but again, I'm trying not to be too critical here because it is early access. The crafting mechanics that are in the game already, they're strangely satisfying, they're simplistic, and they're easy to pick up, and there seems to be a lot of stuff that you can actually do in the very beginning. The food crafting and the refilling station that you have upstairs. It's very, very simple to use. You can just go to cook, and there you go, you cook your potatoes. I'm looking forward to seeing what the developer manages to add in the next couple of months. He's very active. I'm going to throw up a link in the description as well to the Discord, and if you're interested, join there and keep up to date on any developer logs or updates that come out. The developer often shares screenshots and also just blogs of stuff that's been worked on, so it's nice to see somebody just taking the time out to keep their community updated with exactly what's going on in the game. But I would definitely recommend picking up with Stand, and hopefully I'll see you sometime on the island once it's opened up to multiplayer. If you've enjoyed the video, as always guys, and you're new to the channel, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on the notification bell, that way you'll see whenever we go live or upload any new videos. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.